Hi, this is Sherri Patten Ceramics, and today we're going to be making talons. There's different kinds of talons that you can make, and so we're going to be investigating both. This is some talons, actually two on here that a student of mine made, Keily Maldonado, and she's now at UCLA on a full tuition scholarship there. She's also used them on a cup. So you can see the talon down there, really nicely done. This is actually a spoon to go in the cup, kind of a fun project right there. But we're going to start all feet the same, which means that you're just going to take a piece of clay, roll it in your hands to make a column or a cylinder, whichever you want to call it. Just going to blunt this end right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bend. So if you were to make one that's really long, a long part of a leg, you'd make the whole leg at the same time and then just bend it at the end for those feet. Then you're going to bounce it to flatten out this area right here, and then you're going to bounce it again on the other part to make it so that it's a nice 90-degree angle so that it can stand. Then you're going to take your hand, because you don't want the toes to be really gigantic like that, and you're going to put your palm and flatten. When you use your palm and flatten it, then it doesn't make the finger marks. So after you do that, then you're going to smooth, make sure that there's no cracks or anything like that, and you're going to definitely blend this area, because if you don't, your foot can crack off from that weak spot that was created when we bounced the piece against the desk. I'm smoothing out this area too, so that these pieces don't crack when I manipulate them more. Alright, next step, I'm going to take a paper clip or a needle tool. I want this a little bit flatter, so I'm going to flatten it out a little bit more here. And then I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut 2 times to make 3 toes. I'm going to make sure and cut this long enough into that foot so that I have nice long toes, and it's easier to clean them between. You want to round this edge right here on each area. You want to push down between the toes to get rid of that sharp line. It's actually a lot easier when these things are large like this, because it's a lot easier to get between. If you have really small ones, then what you would do is you would take a pencil, a dull pencil, and go between the toes like this. So that's another way of dealing with it. I like using my fingers because it's just easier. Then you're going to pinch at the end to make those toes nice and pointy. Pinch, pinch, pinch the other one. And now what we're going to do is look at it from the side. And what we're going to be doing is making this arch right here. You can see that arch right there, just like a rainbow. So what you're going to do is take your finger, you're going to hold it firmly, and you're going to push up, up, and then with my finger here, I'm going to squish down. And when I do that, it thins out this area, because of course they really don't look like talons unless they're sharp. So in the middle one, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to push up, and then I'm going to push down with this finger, but notice I'm still supporting from down here with that thumb as I push down. And again, one last time, I'm pushing up and then pushing down. And now when I look at it, these are all fat again. So I'm going to just take my fingers and squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. So now I've got those 3 toes there. And now I have to make this back toe. Now this kind of talon is really when the feet are up in the air. You can see that on this piece that she did, they're not resting on the ground. It's actually a sitting creature. So you could use them for if it's up in the air. You can use them on the upper hands for an unusual creature, because these are very, very delicate pieces. You can see when we have sharp areas like this, it's delicate. All right, so now I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to turn it around and squeeze. Pinch, 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 all in a circle. And I'm also smoothing. Notice I'm bringing the clay down as I do that. So I'm making this third, actually fourth toe. And that's really important, because if you try to add on the fourth toe, and you really do need it, you know, if the creature is some kind of bird, it has to grasp a branch from the front and from the back. Then you've got to have this in one piece. If you start adding on pieces, things have a tendency so easily to break off. So I've got it here. And now I'm going to do the thing that always makes them look a lot better, which is, first of all, I pinch it in the middle to make it thinner. And you can actually grab the whole thing and squeeze it to get it skinnier, and then smooth. And now we're going to add the toes. Now you can add the toes with a paper clip first, and you can decide how long you want them. You can try that, but you always want to finish using a sgraffito tool, which is the silver tool, or using a pencil, a dull pencil. So I'm going to use a dull pencil this time, because with my students, those sgraffito tools often end up getting broken. So I'm switching to dull pencils. If you use a sharp pencil, it can make too deep of a line, and so it can actually facilitate the toes or the talons actually coming off. You don't want that. Notice I'm going all the way around. It just looks a lot better when you go all the way around. And on the back toe, don't forget it. It also needs that sharp talon area, because you would definitely want to glaze these different colors. You know, you want to glaze the talon area, probably more of a white or tan, and then the skin area, a different color. All right, so that's our basic talon. Also, there's another way, and that is this kind. So this is for creatures that are sitting. So what this person did, this is actually one of my students, Diedra Alberson, and she is a very, very talented ceramicist. I'm so happy I have her this year. It's wonderful to teach. So what you do is begin with a funny foot, and you can look at that lesson. It's right before this one, making a funny foot. So this is the funny foot, and then all you do is take a piece of clay, roll it in your hands, and to get that point, you can use either your fingers like this, or you can roll it against the desk. This part of the hand is on the canvas. This part of the hand is up, so that it makes it smaller. And so what you would do is score and slip that on like this, and then you make two more, score and slip them on, and then you've got this kind of talon. Thank you so much. Take care.